Hey folks, Rob here, and I'm back with another episode of my YouTube series Unboxed, where I open and unbox albums with my machete. This episode I'm opening and unboxing the new Brother Ali and Ant album, Satisfied Soul, the Deluxe Gatefold Edition. Let's get into it. Welcome to Unboxed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. You know the song and dance. We've been here before. This isn't your first YouTube video you've ever watched. But if it is, welcome to YouTube. You know, I just do this for fun. I just want to enlighten people on some music that I love and I know a lot of people out there also love. So just kind of sharing the joy of music, you know, and talking about some facts about particular albums that I order. In previous episodes of the show, I've talked about connecting to the artist through their medium that they present, right? And Brother Ali is a great example of that in my case. I don't know Brother Ali personally, but I feel like I know him when you listen to his music, right? He's very personable, shows a range of emotions, and he's just genuine and authentic. And if Brother Ali isn't on your radar, he should be. If you're a fan of rap music, independent music, talking about someone who has just a unique worldview and experience in the world, Brother Ali is exactly that. He's a Muslim, albino, activist, rapper. And not just a rapper, a lyricist. So, as a fan of rap music, I'm sure folks who are watching this may know the difference, but there's rappers who just rap words that rhyme. May or may not really have a message behind it. But to me, a lyricist really does that, but really delivers the message in a unique way. And Brother Ali is that. You know, there's people like Jay-Z, Yasin Bey, Kendrick Lamar. Those guys, they're incredible lyricists, right? There's so much depth to what they're saying that it gives it a re-listenability. If that's a word. Maybe it is now. I don't know. I would define a true artist or musician as someone that you can connect to regardless of you and the artist not having very much common ground or any at all, right? Them being able to be relatable even though you have nothing in common, right? So I'm not albino, although I'm like a real white boy and the son and myself, we're not friends. We do not get along. And I'm not Muslim. And I'm not even religious, to be honest. But I feel his passion in his music and when he speaks, even outside of music. But Brother Ali has traveled and seen the world and really has this worldly view on things and a perspective that, maybe the general public doesn't really have because they haven't seen such things or experienced such things that Brother Ali has. But one thing he has said that really has resonated with me, and I really try to preach it to my kids and instill in them, is there is no me and no you, it's just us, right? It's kind of a simple phrase if you really break it down, but it just means a lot. But I don't want to preach either, I just want to share my love and respect that I have of Brother Ali. So as a Minnesota born and raised native Minnesotan, Brother Ali is kind of near and dear to me too because he was a part of Rhymesayers Entertainment. Rhymesayers Entertainment being one of the biggest hip-hop labels in the world, right? So Rhymesayers itself is pretty special to us rap fans in Minnesota, much like Prince was, like Bob Dylan, you know, artists like that. We don't have many here in Minnesota, unfortunately, such as, you know, higher population states. But so when we have like a big crossover or well-known artist or label, it's a big deal, and we really celebrate that here. So, yeah, Brother Ali signed to Rhymesayers in 2000. He's released many albums with them, most of which were produced by Ant, who is one half of Atmosphere. But not every Brother Ali project was done by Ant. He's worked with Jake One. He's worked with Evidence on an album. He's worked with a guy named Unjust on a recent project. So this is the first time Brother Ali has actually worked with Ant since leaving Rhymesayers on an entire album since 2017's All the Beauty in This Whole Life. So it's kind of a big deal, and it kind of shows like the brothership, the friendship of this crew of people, being that Ali left the label and still continues to do work with these guys and do projects, do shows, and still maintain a friendship, professional and personal. So again, just to me, kind of a inspirational view on life. You can go separate ways and still continue to be friends. But Ant, on the other hand, is such a prolific producer, and has been for 2 decades, more than 2 decades, really. His production, I mean, he's at the top of his game on this one. This album, although I just received it on vinyl, came out like over a month ago. But Ant does have some solo stuff he's recently put out, production stuff called Collection of Sound. It's a series of albums and well worth checking out too if you like Ant's production. But again, another sign of like how well these guys work together. Brother Ali lives in Istanbul, Turkey, recorded his vocals for this album remotely from there while Ant did the production here. And they work so well together, it's so fluid that you couldn't even tell that the production and the vocals recorded were done separately and put together. It just sounds like everything was done together in the same place at the same time. So just another sign of how well they work together and the chemistry between the two. So I'm excited. I feel like I know the album already, which is rare for a new release, but I've waited patiently, and here we are. What do you say we get out the machete and we cut this pig open? Huh? All right, so here it is. This is once again, the Deluxe Gatefold Edition of the album. There's 3 variations of this: the standard, the deluxe, which is this, and then the ultimate autographed version. Now, this is something that I feel Brother Ali learned from Rhymesayers, his days at Rhymesayers. All of their packaging is always at the top of their game. I don't think I've ever bought a Rhymesayers release where it's not like, the album and the music is incredible, of course. It stands on its own. But the artwork and the packaging is on a whole nother level. So this is just a continuation of that. The feel of this, I don't know what this is printed on, but it physically feels different. And artwork has always been important with Brother Ali in every one of his projects. If you look at the previous albums, All the Beauty in This Whole Life cover was artwork done by El Said, who's a contemporary French artist who does just beautiful, I think it's considered calligraphic, like street art. On the cover of Morning in America, he's kneeling and praying using the American flag as a prayer rug, as a statement that he's praying for America. At least that's how I interpret that. They definitely caught some controversy over that album cover, but it's kind of part of the art, right? Creating controversy, creating conversation. The album cover was shot by a guy named B+, Brian Cross. He was invited to Istanbul, Turkey, which is where Brother Ali lives. The picture here is actually a mosque in Turkey, the Marmara University Faculty of Theology Mosque, and it is beautiful. I found a YouTube video, a visual walkthrough of the outside, of the inside of this place, and it is just an architectural design masterpiece. Well worth checking out. It's just a 1.5-minute video. But let's take a look at the packaging here. So, how does this work? Part of it is figuring it out. That's cool. I like that. That's unique. That's impressive. Let's just take that off here. Oh, and there's something on the inside. So it's another photograph outside that mosque, around that university perhaps. And the Islamic language, I don't know how to read that, but it's just visually a beautiful written language. So like I said, this album, I'm sure if you're a Brother Ali fan, you've probably been listening to this album for a good month. You've had time to let this digest and take it all in. So just looking at the track listing here, you got Satisfied Soul, Deep Cuts, Higher Learning at the Skyway. Just to get a little reference of that title, Skyway is a theater, or was a theater. I don't know that it's a theater anymore. It might actually be a music venue if I remember correctly now. Higher Learning being the John Singleton film. Drum, which was, I believe, the first single for the album. Incredible song. The Counts, Cast Aside, Ocean of Rage, Under the Stars. Ocean of Rage, great song. This, honestly, I feel like every major release by Brother Ali it becomes like my new favorite album of his. I keep going back to Shadows on the Sun, his first Rhymesayers, big release, I should say, because he did have Rites of Passage before that, but Shadows on the Sun is just an incredible, real big debut album. Personal, Two Dudes, Better But Us, a great relationship song. Usually Brother Ali has a song about something about his family, about his wife, his life. Personal song, you know. Name of the One, Immortalized, Head, Heart, Hands, Mysterious Things, Handwriting, and Sing Myself Whole. Now, another great aspect of this album, it was mixed by Joe Mabbitt. Now, I used to do a podcast, the Thank You Rob podcast, and I would interview local musicians, business owners, and I went to the Hideaway Studios, as a studio that Joe Mabbitt runs. So I reached out to him because he mixed this album, and he's been working with Brother Ali off and on since Shadows on the Sun. So I reached out to him and had him record a little video with his input on this album. So I'm going to throw that in right here.
Hey, what's up? This is Joe Mabbitt from the Hideaway Studios. Rob asked if I could talk a little bit about my involvement in this Brother Ali Satisfied Souls record. So I was brought on by Ali and Ant to mix the record. Ali, living in Istanbul, Turkey, did all the recording of his own vocals there. Ant produced the whole thing. And then, they sent me files as they were kind of completing the songs. I added supplemental things as I do with, a lot of Ant's production kind of stuff. He kind of gives me a little bit of a freedom to embellish on a few things here and there. And so adding a few parts here and there, mixing the record, brought in a couple different studio players, a friend of mine, Seth Doohan, who's a killer guitar player. Sean McPherson played bass on it from High Respects, always trusted in killer bass player, knew exactly what to do for this kind of stuff. So we brought those guys in here to the Hideaway to do a little bit of tracking on some stuff as well. Super excited to be a part of this record. It's a beautiful presentation of music. The packaging is amazing. The whole thing just is, it's a really spectacular record, and I'm super honored and feel super lucky to be involved in it and, lend my mixing to the whole project. So if you haven't, go check it out. It's an amazing record.
So just digging into a little more detail on this, like Joe just mentioned, of course we know Brother Ali and Ant did the work on the album, but beyond that, instruments and additional instruments by G. Coop, additional percussion, vocals, and keys by Joe Mabbitt, of course, and then he mentioned Sean McPherson, who's an exceptional bass player. Plays in a band called High Respects out of Minneapolis that are just phenomenal. Additional guitar by Seth Dunn, guitar by G. Coop, bass guitar by King Michael Coy, mixed by Joe Mabbitt at the Hideaway, and mastered by Bruce Templeton. The artwork was coordinated by BK1. BK1 was Brother Ali's tour DJ for a long time. If you know Brother Ali, if he's music and you've listened to his podcast, he's been on the podcast talking about all this. And he's now kind of working locally here in the States and in Minneapolis for Brother Ali and helping him. The art direction, design, and logo by Brent Rollins, and then photography by B+. That looks like the calligraphy work was done by Nail Ahmad Kaji, I believe is how you say that. Looks like he has a list of special advisors too, including Mally, who's a rapper from Minneapolis as well. Former guest of that Thank You Rob podcast, and incredible rapper. I believe he uses Patreon. If you listen to the Travelers podcast, you can sign up to contribute more, and you actually would get a special thanks in this. Okay, that's enough about the album credits. Let's take a look at the albums, the vinyl discs themselves. Looks like we got disc 1. I'm so blown away by this album artwork. It's incredible. A lot of thought and design work went into this plastic coating. So we've got like paper and then this plastic coating over the top of it there. Let's take a look at disc 1 here. Looks like it's this baby blue marbled look. So the cost of buying albums these days, you're on an average it's about $50, for a double disc album, I'd say. I mean, it can vary, of course, but $50 for all this, it's pretty remarkable that. And the last I checked, this Deluxe Gatefold Edition was sold out on the Brother Ali website, brotherali.com. But I mean, there's a lot put into this for $50. But there is a standard edition that's a little cheaper, and I believe that's still available. You might be able to find this on other websites. But man, wow, this is an impressive piece of art right here, beyond the music. Of course, judging by my reaction to this, very impressed with this release. This is the packaging is incredible, very well thought out and creative, and I don't know why I'm so impressed. Like I said, with Rhymesayers releases and Brother Ali releases on vinyl in particular, just impressive. And I'm kind of glad that they released the album digitally first, and this finally came a month or two later after the fact, because it gave me time to digest the album, really sink my teeth into it. So finally seeing the product in your hand gives you that visual aspect of it. I know some people don't care about that. I do, and that's why partially why I can collect vinyl, because I like to have the visual album cover to look at, and of course read the album credits and everything involved in that. And I gotta say, special big shout out to Joe Mabbitt for contributing that video and his input. I like to see how the sausage is made. Not that this album is sausage by any means, but yeah, as far as the phrase goes, there's people who just listen to music, and that's fine. But sometimes it's just cool to see and hear stories about how somebody got involved, and their contributions to the music and their input. So again, yes, thank you to Joe Mabbitt for doing that. Big major shout out. Really love you, man. Respect you. Thank you. Go check out joemabbitt.com. I'll link it in the description. But thank you for checking out the video. Really appreciate it if you made it this far. Please like, comment, subscribe. Leave a comment if you were able to get one of the versions of the vinyl. Again, my goal in 2025 is to reach at least 100 subscribers. I only do this for fun. I'm not out to become a YouTuber billionaire. I understand it. Dude, I'm in my 40s making YouTube videos. Strictly for the love of music and spreading the message of peace, love, and harmony. And hopefully I will see you in the next video.